welcome to Guys That Talk About Nothing. Tonight we have a guest host, Sade. How are you doing this evening?
I'm fancy.
Oh, I like that. Ace is in the place. He's in a new place today. What's going on?
Yeah. I'm in a new place. I wanted a new environment. Welcome.
All right, we have a couple, interesting topics, I guess, if you think so. Guess we'll start off with, what do you guys want to start off with?
Well, we wanted to start off with, what would your last meal request be?
All right. Last meal.
Question.
Yep.
Yes.
Am I old and this is my last meal, or am I on death row?
This is just your last meal,
Yeah.
and whatever
You know something.
you want it to be.
Right. It's like it's dinner time. No, it's whatever time. It doesn't matter. It's your last meal. You got like an hour before you check out.
I'm simple.
Mhm.
I want a fully decked out 15-pound turkey Thanksgiving meal.
A turkey Thanksgiving.
I want the full Thanksgiving meal. It's my favorite holiday. It's my favorite meal. And I want all the trimmings, every single thing.
Okay.
That's my last meal.
So you want to check yourself out then, because that's what happens if you have a full Thanksgiving meal.
I want turkey. I want mashed potatoes. I want mac and cheese, not just anybody's mac and cheese. My Aunt Debbie's mac and cheese, and it has to be hers. If she's, God willing, and the creek don't rise, she's still around, she got to make it.
Wow, what's she put in this mac and cheese?
A little bit of everything, and
That's good stuff.
some love. I want it all. Gravy, string beans, collard greens.
Wow.
Brussels sprouts.
And it has to be yeast rolls. Is it Mrs. Schubert? Somebody's yeast rolls in the little round tin.
Okay. This is something. I don't know, Ace. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, commenting on that meal, I'm hungry. I would really right now like to have some stuffing with gravy and a couple turkey legs. That would be nice. You know, I think my scenario would be, I always have this scenario where, for some reason I run into the mafia and they invite me to their house. And as I'm walking in the basement, you quickly realize this may be your last meal.
Is it the plastic on the floor is the giveaway?
Right. It's like a tarp on the floor. There's a barrel in the corner. There's a guy named Guido right behind you. And so I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. Before you pull the trigger, is it possible I can have some food? And so, the guy says, the Godfather says, well, what do you want to eat? And so I'm thinking, wow. So I'm thinking this long because I don't want to go quickly. So I take 5 minutes to kind of figure out what I want to eat, right?
Yeah.
And so I would probably hearken way back to, my mama's succotash. I don't quite know what it was, goulash or whatever it was. But it was kind of like this meal with tomatoes and corn and maybe some okra in it.
Wow.
And she make that over some rice. And it's quite possible, kind of like an eclectic meal where I would get some oxtails and black-eyed peas at the same time and some of that good old cornbread. I think that's what I would eat.
Again, death by food.
Yeah. And so what would happen is I'd offer the Godfather some. He would taste it and go, no, we cannot kill this guy.
So your plan for your last meal is to save your life and it not be your last meal.
This is good food.
I don't know, but that would take away from that last meal then.
Exactly.
Right?
You trying to meal for another day.
You want to enjoy it. Your ulterior motive might take the flavor away.
Yeah.
I
think that's it, man. That would be the strategy. If I was in front of the Godfather, he said, what can I do for you, Godfather?
That's why I asked if it's old age or death row. He's trying to outlive his last meal.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you have no choice. It's the end, man. The Godfather be like, this is great. Pow. That's it.
Right.
Thank you for
You
the
chose the
recipe.
wrong day. You needed to ask him on the day of his daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
That's probably how it would happen, So that would be my last meal, man. Something that my mom would have made like that, which was always good food, especially like on a, like a fall or winter month where it sticks to your ribs,
Tell me something.
For that last
What
time.
is succotash?
You beat me.
Well, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't exactly know what
Nobody knows what succotash is. No one has made succotash in 30 years.
It's
I
like
have no
goulash.
idea what succotash is.
I've
like
only heard in the
goulash.
cartoon suffering succotash, right? I don't know what it
Well,
is.
I just told you it has tomatoes and corn and okra and maybe some onions. And it's like a stew type of thing that you put over rice, and eat with cornbread. I don't know.
Ooh, that is tough. That is
Yeah.
tough.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
my last meal before my last meal.
Wait a minute, there's another meal?
No. This is if the scenario happens where I let the Godfather have a plate and he goes, "Oh, who made this food?"
No. Like you no matter what, you're done. That's it.
Right.
The
Yeah, I know I
Godfather
had to
show
Google what
French.
succotash was, right?
Okay.
What does it say?
It's corn, bean, lima beans, corn.
No lima
It's mixed
beans.
vegetables.
It's basically
No lima
mixed
beans.
vegetables. Smashed up together, maybe.
Does it have tomatoes?
It does, or red bell peppers, one or the other.
No. Never
But the
had
two
that.
main essential ingredients are lima beans and corn. And then there's many, you can add whatever vegetables after that. I'm like, this is mixed vegetables. This is that bag of cheap mixed vegetables with lima
Well,
beans and corn.
it's a stew. It's almost like a gumbo. How she made it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's almost like a gumbo. So no lima beans, no red peppers, but definitely a okra, onions, stewed tomatoes, corn.
is there anyone alive that actually likes lima beans? Like,
No.
is there a reason for their continued cultivation?
Someone is
They're
telling
terrible.
someone's eating them because they're telling their family member, their young one, this will make you strong and healthy. They're just the grossest bean. If I had
All it
to
ever made me do was
eliminate a
cry.
bean, is a lima bean.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
Lima bean.
The worst of all the
bean,
beans.
Yeah, the worst.
a wax bean.
It's the worst bean ever. That bean needs to be just removed from.
Well, isn't that the same as a butter bean?
No, butter beans are different.
Butter beans are good. Yeah, I think I actually had
butter beans are actually good.
Really?
They're bigger. They're like 2-3 times the size of a lima bean. And I've never actually had them outside of like a stewed chicken type dish or like oxtails. I've never had a butter bean outside of a stewed dish.
I just mentioned the oxtails. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Oxtails, black eyed peas, and rice. Woo!
I guess.
I think Tim's about to change his last meal again.
No, I got my last meal because it saves my life.
You hope it saves your life. I don't even know what my last meal would be. It would. That's tough. I'm trying to think. I had my last cruise. I had this chicken that was unbelievable. It's hard to make a delicious chicken breast that actually has flavor. They're usually kind of okay. You got decent texture, a little dry. Maybe the skin. This had flavor through and through. Like someone just put like some flavor and then took the chicken and put it apart and put it back together with the flavor in the middle or something. It was so good. So if I'm taking you guys' example now, death by food. So I'm gonna have a few things. I'm gonna have whoa, what was that?
Look, succotash can't kill you.
You keep putting them lima beans in it, it sure can take me out quick.
I think I went to the Abbey. There's this burger place in Baltimore, the Abbey. And I had a camel burger.
Camel. Real camel with the humps.
They claim it was. I'm hoping it was the hump. It was so delicious and juicy, so full of flavor. I'm hoping it was the hump.
Is camel white meat?
That's a good question.
It's dark.
I don't know.
In all my years of watching the Food Network, I've only ever seen a camel cooked once.
It was delicious. So maybe I'll have a camel burger with the chicken from the ship, some pho. Love pho.
Okay.
Oh, now that you're
Yes.
talking.
Maybe put it all in the pho and top it off with Noodles and Company's. Any one of their dishes I've had has been so good. Just death by food. Just eat all that and stuff the bread in, and then you just have that last burp. Since I'm dying, I only drink sugar-free beverages now, or zero sugar. I'll actually have a drink with just straight up sugar, a Coke, a root beer, and a Pepsi. I'm going out.
Coke, a root beer.
Take me now, sugar.
Yep, that's basically it. It's game over. I'm drinking it all, and then whatever happens next, I won't care because I'll be in a food coma. So
Hold on.
Korean meatballs.
Pho
and
has
noodle
got to be one of my favorite noodle soup dishes to exist.
yes,
Oh, now
I need
pho.
some pho right now, as a matter of fact. But there's not a good pho place around here.
There is
Where?
I don't know
There
who you
is.
guys are.
on Route 3.
Well, that's not around here.
Well, I go there all the time and I get it delivered. Oh, I love pho. And then there's good ramen. That's not too far over in College Park.
Wow.
Tomorrow is about to be a very fat day. I see that now.
So at Noodles and Company, they make some very good Korean meatballs. I love them.
Yeah, they do. Those are pretty good.
Very good. So I would
I don't think I've ever eaten them.
Good. I would second your death meal there, Derek, with the and that big Rice Krispie treat that they have sitting down there wrapped up. That's pretty good. Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
You're the first to mention a dessert on their death meal.
Yeah, I didn't.
God willing, we make it to the dessert. What?
Well,
you forced that dessert down. This game over for real.
I have to offer the Godfather of a vanilla bean cheesecake.
I don't think he's
Cheesecake Factory.
Sliced strawberries.
He's gonna have a great meal with you. Then he's gonna just wipe his eyes, little tears like my hands are tied. Hey, my hands are tied.
My dessert is so simple. My dessert is a peach blueberry pie from the Dutch Country Amish market. My birthday was like a week and a half ago, and I didn't even have cake. I had peach blueberry pie from the Amish market. That's what we sang happy birthday over.
That's
was
good.
a pie.
Blueberry pie.
Yes, it is so amazingly delicious.
Wow.
I like
that.
Flan. That would be a great dessert for me. Flan.
Flan?
A delicious flan. Only if it's done
like
right.
No taste of flan.
No, that's because some people don't know how to do a good flan. So I have another topic. Beaches versus pools. We had a slight technical difficulty. We missed a little bit at the end of the last segment, but I think you guys get the point. But now we're moving on to beaches versus pools.
All right. Now, these pools can be any pool, from your private backyard pool to a public pool or splash park, or maybe a community pool.
Yes.
So the preference is, for me, a beach in Caribbean-like waters, I would say. That would be my preference, And the reason why I prefer that, quite frankly, is because my Speedos are more appropriate on the beach than they are at the pool. I'm just going to be honest with you. I can't wear my Speedos at a pool unless it's my own private pool, which I don't have.
Okay.
But, if I went to a splash park or a community pool,
those family-friendly areas.
Yeah, I just, I would be a little concerned that the moms may be a little upset with me. So I prefer a beach, preferably to wear my Speedos.
I think
yeah.
Two finger.
I have to agree with you though. I'm not going to go with most pools, but I have to say, I don't agree with you. I disagree. I'm completely opposite. I prefer pools over beaches for two reasons.
Wow.
I am a beach snob.
Mm.
If the waters are not clear, if I cannot see my feet, it's not a beach to me. It's some murky swamp.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
pools all day, because at least if it's dirty, I can see it. If it so I'm a pool person all day, every day. Now, if that pool is next to a really nice beach, that's fine. But I also love to float kind of aimlessly, drifting through the water, which is all fine and dandy until you're floated out to a buoy.
Yeah.
So pool is my vote on this one.
So you like lose track of where you are in the water? If you're in the beach, on the ocean?
Now, this being said, I scuba dive. I will go to open water for lots of things. But if I had to choose where to be, I'm going to choose, if there's a beach and a pool next to each other, I'm going to choose the pool, because there's more control there. I can just drift. I can float. I can be there without worrying about the waves crashing against me. I don't have to clean sand out of my crevices. There's nothing worse than sand in places, man.
Yeah, you guys have more places for sand to get into, so that makes sense. You know,
I wore a swimsuit to a black beach 4 years ago. I'm still picking black sand out of that swimsuit.
Oof.
Wow. Where was the black beach?
Greece.
Black sand beach.
Oh, in Greece. Hey, excuse us, man. You know.
Oh wow.
You know, from your routine trip to Greece. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Me personally, I like pools. I mean, also I wouldn't wear a Speedo because I'm not trying to ruin marriages and relationships. You know, so you got to wear something, to keep things secret. You know, I don't want to ruin all your lives out there. You know, ladies, back off. No, please. I'm just trying to. So, but I like the pool because the like I don't like murky beach water either. I don't like water I can't see through. And the ocean is just nothing but nature's toilet. I mean, fish, dolphins, whales, shark, all those things are just pooping and peeing right in that water. And you just like go, the salt water. Yeah, and humans. Don't forget that. Nobody's
but
getting
that's the ocean, man.
Yeah.
They do that in pools all the time.
Yeah, but there's countermeasures in the pool though. Chlorine, huh? Unless you see a floater. If there's a floater, you gotta get out.
Counter.
Can I say, I prefer a good adults only pool, like a nice resort that's adults only.
Yeah.
You're talking millions and bazillions of gallons of water in the ocean.
Yes, with millions of, ocean animals just freely peeing and pooping there. They're swimming by and they just leave it dangling, just coming out. And you just in the water and you don't know what that is. You think it's seaweed, but is it?
Well, those are only non-cultured beaches where the animals don't use etiquette. The cultured beaches, the animals go out at least 100 yards to poop and then they come back in. Yeah, that's a cultured beach.
And the waves, just bring it on in.
Bring it all back in.
Bring it all back in. So you got sand laced with, fish poop and pee.
I won't say beaches don't have their place in my heart, Tim, but if I had to choose, the beach is the way to go. I mean, the pool, Lord of mercy.
I know, it's just Freudian. You're like,
beaches hold a special place. When you were a kid, you had to pick up every shell you ever saw.
Yeah,
true.
You like to walk and let the waves crash against your feet.
That's true.
You can surf in the pool.
Can you surf in the ocean?
Yeah.
No, can you?
Back in the day, hang 10. How do you do that again?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, something like that.
The last
I don't know, man.
When I was on was the cruise in Coco Cay, Royal Caribbean's private island. They had this beach where the water was crystal clear, man, down in the Bahamas. We saw baby sharks. We
You
saw
saw baby sharks in the water?
baby sharks, 2 baby sharks. We saw manta rays in the water. That was like at waist deep water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were coming up on you. Were you afraid or what? What was it?
I was very curious. Everyone else was afraid, like running out. I'm like, man, they're babies. They're not going to mess with you. At least that's what I told myself. I don't know better. They could be like, I get in that way. They could kill me, man. You know. But you know, I was just like, yeah. So I actually recorded some of it. So it's pretty cool. But all day long, the pool, man.
You'll never see that at the pool.
Does the manatee swim down in Florida?
Man, I think so.
Yeah, I love that one. Now that's an experience. It's murky water, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Isn't there a song about the manatees?
Are you referring to Barbara Manatee?
Barbara Manatee. Yeah. Isn't that the song?
Never heard of it. There's
one for me. How do the lyrics go?
Is it about a manatee or that's just the person's last name? Oh, okay, Barbara the
Manatee.
Yeah,
I thought it was like Barbara Manatee.
Barbara Manatee, you are the one for me. Something like that.
Sent from up above. You are the one I love.
Right. I have no idea.
It's a great song.
Okay.
It's a children's song. I learned that song when I was a child.
Let me look up Barbara Manatee for later.
Right. I'm telling you, man, it's a great song, dude.
It's a Larry Silly song.
And going to bed. No doubt. All right.
So
well, I guess
if
we
you have to
have
choose
one.
a beach,
What's
where
that?
you going? If you have to choose a beach, where are you going?
Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Yeah.
Clear waters, man. Clear water.
Anywhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, anywhere in the Caribbean.
I think
Or maybe if you
on that
can't
one.
get the Caribbean, maybe Sarasota. What's it called? Siesta Keys. Water is like Caribbean like there.
I've never been to these places. I just don't know anything. Man.
Siesta Keys has very Caribbean like water. Of course, my favorite area is Miami. One of my favorite areas.
Miami.
It's not crystal clear, but it's clear enough.
Okay.
So yeah.
We went to Bermuda. They have pink sand. It was pretty cool.
Pink sand?
Yeah. Down in Bermuda.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Well, that's it. That's good stuff. I mean, so if you're going to choose, now this is the question. You're going to choose a pool. Which pool are you going to choose?
An adult only resort. Doesn't really matter outside of that. Kids are what make it nasty.
Yeah.
Or you could have like a 75-year-old adult in there.
with lack of bowel control. Is that what
Now, this is not any comment on 75-year-old people, but I'm just saying, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you think hopefully they know.
The Ryu I stayed in down in DR, and it had multiple resorts that were part of, multiple hotels a part of the same resort, or they were sister resorts. Something that I think it was the Ryu. I stayed at a couple down there, but there was the one I was with, and I had kids, so we're in that one. The one next door, which was a short walk down the beach, was an adult-only resort.
By the toplessness and all that kind of stuff.
Again, I had kids, so.
So you didn't get to enjoy.
We were only there during the daytime, and just wandered over there to see what the adult-only was about. It was just quiet. It's really what it was. It was beautiful.
So now I have a kind of impromptu topic. I remember several years ago, my ex, I was talking about, I should be able to go down to DR with some friends. She's like, no, you can't. Apparently the DR was a haven for very, how do you say this? For very promiscuous people at low cost.
Well, I thought the DR was a family resort place. Where
I know DR as the body work area.
Oh, and they get a lot of work done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard guys go down there and lose their money and their minds sometimes.
No. Hey. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that's not an issue for me.
What do they call that? Sex tourism?
Yeah, basically. People going to end up with wives and whatnot. I'm not doing that. That's I like keeping my money.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know about that side. I just know about the
But
body work.
Yeah, I've never been to the DR, so I can't say at all. But hopefully I'll be able to get there. Kind of check out. They say there's nice beaches there. I mean, really.
Yeah.
That's what I just heard too. Nice
So we
beaches.
stayed a couple places down there. Stayed in the local area with family. Then we went to one resort, and then after a few days, we went to a second resort. It was nice. I loved it.
Yeah,
Totally do it again.
All right.
that's good stuff.
Well, we're gonna wrap up now, and anything anybody want to say before we end this one?
No. It looks like it's 2-1 on pools to beaches, and that's fine. So I think that's all I have to say.
The whole ocean is all yours.
Yeah, it's mine. I love it.
It's yours.
I love the ocean.
Breathe in it, man. Just breathe it in.
Yes. Yeah. And most of it's good for you because it's natural.
Sure. It is natural.
All of it. It's all natural, man.
All right, then. Well, you guys, if you're watching, listening on the podcast, we're on multiple platforms now. We are on Amazon, Google, Apple, iHeartRadio. I think Spotify finally approved it, but I have to go back and check. So if you just want to listen to the podcast, you can do that. Just look up GTTAN or Guide to Talk About Nothing. If you have smart home device, you can just ask for us by name and we will show up. So
wow, so I can basically say Alexa and bam, there we go.
You say
You know better than to say that out loud.
I know, I was trying not to. You say A. See, oh no, she's
See,
talking.
you know better than to say that out loud.
I know.
It's so rude and invasive.
Yeah, that's why the other one you have to say 2 keywords. You have to say hey and then the name.
Yes.
So yes, if you just say hey A, play Guys That Talk About Nothing,
it'll do it.
Yes.
Wow. Now will it say Guys That Talk About Nothing is only on Amazon Gold Plan?
Nope.
For $3.95 a month.
It's free. You can go to Amazon.com and just type in Guys to Talk About Nothing. It'll come right up.
So if we go on the exclusive plan where they pay $3 or $5 a month, do we get a cut of that?
No.
So I mean, what?
No. So remember, just like and subscribe.
You're doing this out of love in your heart.
And we're out.